As some of you may know, we've recently participated in one of the internet's most controversial traditions. We started an OnlyFans account. No, we made an April Fool's video, a trailer for Bowl-atro, a made-up sequel to balatro with a lot of balls.
That's what she said!
I've linked the trailer below in case you haven't seen it. Since then, we've had some folks ask how Unbound and other game engines work together, so in this video we'll take a look at how this project was made and how you as a game developer might use it in your game. Originally, we started modeling the jokers from Bowl-atro because they were fun and recognizable, but after a couple of jokers, we realized that they lent themselves really well to one of Unbound's key features, remixability. I wish we had planned that, but truthfully, we're not that smart. Stuart, our artist, made the base joker, and then it was fairly trivial and fun to morph that joker into another joker, and then another,
and so on, and so on, and so on.
In my opinion, modeling in SDF is a lot more natural and less technical than having to worry about topology with tools like Blender. You just sort of push, pull, and slide shapes together the way you would if you were working with clay. Here's Stuart's joker, and here's me remixing it into a new one. And believe me, if I can do it, you can do it. After we built up a nice collection of jokers, they started to look like heads of bowling pins for whatever reason, and then Stuart jokingly referred to it as Bowl-atro, and well...
Wordplay 5!
Even though Unbound is itself a game engine, we still wanted to let developers export meshes to their engine of choice. For me, that means Godot, but you can take them wherever you want. The export feature you see in this video will be in public early access very soon, but the goal is that with a few clicks, you can automatically get a game-ready mesh, textures, and normal maps from your SDF models. Simply select the model you want to export, and in a few clicks, your mesh is ready. From this point, it's not that different from importing a mesh you made in Blender or downloaded from itch. Drag the model into Godot. I like to create a new folder for each model to keep things neat and tidy. If you want to add collisions to an imported model, you can change the base type, setting the collision data as you go. Bear in mind that this can lead to expensive meshes, and it's often safer to add collision shapes manually. Godot doesn't let you edit imported meshes directly. Instead, it wants you to extend them, but sometimes it's just easier to nest the mesh inside of a parent node and build out the functionality that you need, which is a great segue to the next topic. Now, I cut some corners with this project because it was just for the April Fool's gag, but there's still plenty of tricks I pulled that can totally work in a finished product. Here's a few examples. To create the pins, I put all the meshes in one scene and added them to an array. Then I created an ID that could be used to choose a specific pin, or if set to -1, let the game choose one at random. I actually built a pin resetting system that never made it into the final video. You can do this by using an animatable body 3D. These behave like static bodies, except that if you move them manually, as I did with the animation player, they will affect other physics objects, whereas a static body will not. I also set up an area 3D, that's a trigger for my Unity devs out there, which looks for the ball and switches to a more dramatic camera angle when detected. I've been making video games for about 25 years, but only recently, like in the last month or so, started dabbling with 3D games, and I have very little experience with 3D modeling. And I don't really have the time to get my master's degree in Blender just so I can kick out a few objects. For me, modeling with SDF is just more intuitive, and with its ability to export to any engine, Unbound legitimately unlocked 3D game development, something I never thought I'd get into. I'm more of a UFO 50 kind of guy. The export features shown in this video will be available very soon, or maybe already depending on when you're seeing this. I'll leave a link to the Unbound files for the lane and jokers below, as well as the Godot project files. Just beware that this project was about making a video, not about creating sample code.
You were warned.
If you have questions about using Unbound in your projects, please leave them down below or come over to our Discord and stir up the pot. Or lurk, whatever. You do you.
Later, dudes!